have some inside knowledge about Funko. Just a little bit. I love the miming that's happening because I was a little worried people weren't going to understand what I was saying, but I'm glad you're miming it. All right, guys. So today is episode 2 of the Barrio Boys podcast. We are talking all about Funkitos, also known as Funko dolls. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. Obviously, we're big fans and collectors of Funko um, and Funko dolls. It's good stuff. We love it. And today we're going to be joined by two very special guests who have been collecting Funko for a very long time, have some inside knowledge about Funko. Just a little bit. I love the miming that's happening because I was a little worried people weren't going to understand what I was saying, but I'm glad you're miming it. But yeah, that's going to be today. Any housekeeping, I think. We're still scheduled for bi-monthly shows so far, right? I think the next show will be October 3rd, right?
Yes, October 3rd.
October 3rd. Okay, yeah. So next show will be October 3rd. And again, if you guys miss the live, no worries. You can always check out the podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. It's everywhere: Spotify, Apple, Google. It's all over the place. And it's up right now. Actually, if you missed episode 1, it is live. It's up over there. You can check it out. Did you know Spotify has video podcasts that you can watch?
Really?
Yeah.
Spotify?
When I was setting it up, it was like, do you want to upload the video? And I was like, what? Yeah. So you can just watch the whole video. Yeah. So, and if you want to watch the video live, so obviously you can do it on Spotify or you can do it on YouTube. It's on our YouTube channel. You can catch the live action happening right here. You can stare at Boston's beautiful face the whole time he's talking. It's great. That's the only reason I'm doing this podcast. So I have an excuse to keep staring at him. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think we can get started. First guest we have is the amazing, the fantastic, the super Jen. If you guys don't know her, I mean, come on, it's Jen. She's famous. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Super Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Hi, Jen. That's actual size too. That's really
that's
what
really
she looks
me.
like
I'm really
IRL.
that small.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever see her at any of the cons, that's it right there. That's
she's
her
doing
live
the 007 intro. She just hasn't pulled out the gun and done the thing.
Dun, dun, dun. And then our other amazing guest is the one and only Sully,
Godfather,
the man, the myth,
of
the
Nerds
legend,
Unite.
the Godfather, Sully, with the mug. Right there we go.
Godfather,
what's up, everybody?
People,
What's
not
going
grandfather.
on?
Yeah,
Godfather.
right there in the gray. Welcome.
A little this, little that. What's going on, guys? How are you? Thank you for doing this podcast. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules. You guys are famous and have a lot going on. I appreciate you guys taking time to hang out and talk with us.
Absolutely, I'm willing to miss a couple of Fortnite rounds to
you know what I mean?
Here.
Yeah,
you know,
we're all super huge Fortnite players, so this is going to be like a 10-minute episode because we have new season drop. We got things to do.
Go!
I have victories to get.
But yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. So today, obviously, is going to be all about Funko. When we were thinking about who do we need to bring on, legit, you guys were like the first 2 people on our list. Like, who better? Who's been collecting Funko for like ever that we could think of? Who has a ton of Funko Pops, and not just Pops, but like other Funko items, because Funko does a lot more than just Pops, especially now. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, so like Jen, what got you into Funko?
It was funny. I've said this story so many times, but really I didn't know much about Funko. But 2011, I went to San Diego Comic-Con for the first time, even though I lived in San Diego my entire life. And I was walking by this booth and saw this huge Maleficent figure in there. And I was like, I do one of those where you walk past it and then you walk backwards to look. And I went inside, and it was a time where you could just walk inside there. Like no lottery, nothing. You just walked inside there. You took it off the shelf yourself. And it was a metallic 9-inch Maleficent for $50. And me not knowing what SDCC was, except that there were panels, I only went there with $50.
Oh, snap.
So I spent all my money on that.
Allowance.
and walked around carrying that thing with me. And then I started noticing that they were appearing in stores. So that's what started it.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Like straight from the source, like at the con,
Okay.
San Diego Comic-Con. What? That's
But
cool.
how big was the booth?
It was tiny. Do you guys remember, if you guys have been to San Diego Comic Con, you've gone to Tokidoki, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
It was that small.
That's crazy to
Wow.
think. I mean, because
Yeah,
just this
there was-
last Comic-Con, like Funko was an entire like half of the convention like floor. Like it was massive.
Yeah, it was
a
just,
city.
it was
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
It was open. There was just one island, like towards the
Wow.
front center, and had
That's
two
crazy.
like laptops to check out, and that was it. You walked in there and got it, and peaced out.
That's so
What?
crazy. Yeah,
You
that's
didn't
so
pay?
weird to think. You didn't even pay? Yeah.
I mean, yes, I had to get my $50.
Oh, okay,
but-
that's right. She threw it
I
at
like
him
it.
and
I'm
But
taking
there
it.
out.
was
Just
no
like-
waiting along the wall, no
That's
pushing
crazy.
people in line. Like, you literally just walked in, walked
that was
out.
2 years later. That's when the stiff arms started.
Dang.
That's when people start getting hurt.
Mhm.
The
That's
elbows are out.
crazy. Wow.
Mhm.
And so that's what started it then. You've just been collecting like ever since.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
Early stages. That's cool. All right. Sully, what about you? What got you into Funko?
You know, I don't
Dolls.
remember when I saw the first one, but I ended up buying one for my wife. It was Hermie from those animated stop motion Christmas movies. And
Oh, yeah.
she didn't have an area for her collectibles, but I had like all my baseball card and memorabilia, and I put it up there on a shelf and sat there working. And I kept looking at that thing and going, man, that is cool. And then one day I made the mistake of, I ventured out to see what other things they made, and I found out about Walking Dead and Marvel stuff, and then I saw Sully, and it was just all like game over from that point on. Once I found out there was a Sully, that 2011 that Jen went to, I didn't go that year. 2012 was my first year, but I was watching online, and that's when the flocked Sully hit, or was that year or the next year? Either way, I bought that online for $35 because I couldn't go get it at San Diego Comic-Con. And that Flock Sully one was the one that really just, I saw the number on there and I went, there are 480 of these in the world? Like, I know enough about collectibles to know that is a very low number, and I need that. And I actually debated, it's like, is 35 too much? This could be worth like $100 one day.
Yeah.
Current
gonna be
PBG on
like-
that is $2,120, by the way.
Dang.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But once I got that and started going to my local comic book store, had them, and I kept going online to go to the stores that collected them. Like Gemini was the big place that you bought them, and you could buy them from. There's some crazy small comic book stores like Harrison's Comics that had Walking Dead exclusives, and no one's ever heard of Harrison's that
No.
didn't live right
Yeah.
there where it is, And it just, man, before long there were 6 boxes a day arriving at the house. It turned into an instant addiction.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, last episode we were talking about kind of how like we started collecting, and then how it was the kind of the same for us too when we started getting into Funko. It was just like this instant addiction that just exploded, and like you said, like just boxes like daily were like showing up of just tons of just pops, like the whole series. Like, oh, there's 6 of them. I need them. Like, yeah, it's crazy. It was like exactly like that, just like an instant addiction. Around what year
All the
was that though,
stages.
Sully?
I think it was December of 2011 when
Mhm.
I bought the first one for my wife, and then by the next year when Steve and I, who started Nerd Foo together, went to SDCC, it was the same scenario Jen was talking about. The booth was out in the center of the floor. There was a center island where you checked out, and then there were a few other places around the outside that had figures and shelves. Somewhere I have photos of all that. I took pictures. So you
That's
could
cool.
see some of these absolute fire, like Shadow Trooper and Gold Loki and all that in mass on the shelves. Like if you totaled up the value of those shelves now, if those were all together, they'd
Yeah,
be worth like
right?
$1 billion. It's insane.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I bought a few things. That's where I got my Sully blocks, and I got the Shadow Trooper and a couple others that are 501st Stormtrooper that are now worth just a fortune.
That's crazy. Like just to think that like how much it's exploded, and it seems like so long ago, but I mean honestly, that's like not that long ago. You know what I mean? Like 2011. That's like what, 10 years? You know what I mean? 12 years? Like it's not that it's not that far off to where to go from something small like that to, like I said, like this last convention has just the booth has taken over like the entire show floor. Like it was literally a Funkoville. Like there was a small town there, and now it's like, you know, all these pops are worth like thousands of dollars.
I can't think of another company that's had that kind of growth. I mean, it was from 2011, 2012. By 2013, there was a line you had to sleep 9 hours overnight to get into. In that one
What?
year, just that. Oh, yeah, it was
Wow.
insane. 2013, I
Yeah.
got in, but that was after long waits.
Yep. I would jump in line at like 3 a.m. and just sleep outside of the convention center just to get inside the convention center. Because I think the first year we would jump in line and then we would go upstairs and then wait for Hall G, right? To open the doors.
Yeah, Jen and I were probably just like right down the row
Yeah.
from each other, waiting in
Mhm.
line to go in.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I can't even like think of that now. You know what I mean? Because like I'm relatively new to collecting, especially Funko, and like to think that it was ever that. You know what I mean? It's so weird to me to think. You know what I mean? Just I only see it and know it as this huge thing now. So just to think that it was ever just like this tiny little booth, like yeah, you can come grab whatever you want. Like, you know what I mean? No lottery
Yeah.
system, no people
Yeah.
angry yelling on the internet about it. Like that's crazy.
And like Jen talked about, even in 2013 when you got in, that was the year I think of the Ghostbusters 4-pack with the marshmallowed. So that was 2013 or 2014. And you went in and you got a bag and you filled it with whatever you wanted, and you could buy as many as you wanted. So like I would buy 2 or 3 of some of them because I was like, oh, I got friends back home that'll like this. And like I remember buying the Ghostbusters packs. I bought 2 of those. I think the black suit Superman, I bought 2 of those, and I gave one to a friend at work who knew I was giving him an item that's worth like $700-800 now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Wow.
yeah, just I think Brian, the first year I went through, Brian was actually in the booth, Mariotti, and he came
Okay.
over and was helping me, and I was asking him questions about Funko because I knew him by name, but that was the first time I had ever seen him in person.
Mm.
That's great. He was working the booth there. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Just
so funny.
No bow tie, no fancy jeans, no plaid jacket, just regular old dude in a polo. Yeah, like a t-shirt even, maybe, I think.
That is so funny because like every fancy jeans. Now every time I see him, I'm like, he
You're gonna
really
stare at
does
his
wear
jeans.
fancy
Yep.
jeans. Good call, yeah.
Stare at his jeans. And go, those
Yeah.
are fancy.
There is a Brian Mariotti starter kit you can buy that comes with some red boots,
Yeah,
fancy
I think I
jeans,
saw
a
it.
bow tie, plaid
Yeah.
jacket, now like a gray wig.
Yeah, so all those Ghostbuster packs that you handed out, they all opened them and put them all out, and the kids were playing with them and dog chewed them and stuff.
Yeah.
Ah, my tightening in my upper left shoulder area.
Right? Well, like, okay, so last time we were talking about how Jessica went to the Giants game and she got the C-3PO like pop, you know what I mean? And she was telling me like how like people who don't collect Funko or whatever, and like their kids were just like opening it and like playing with it, and like the
You see it all
boxes
the
were
time.
everywhere, and she was just like sweating, like, oh my god, like
Stop that! Yeah,
please, it hurts. Yeah,
That's the
people
appropriate
dropping
response.
them,
yeah.
having hot dogs all over them, and like,
Oh my god, putting mustard on them.
yeah.
Rubbing hot dogs on their toys.
What would they call
Rest your
that?
hot
What
dog
would
right
they
on the
call
box.
that?
You saw Billy at the Giants game?
Yeah, Billy was there.
Is that pop in a pocket? What would that be?
Oh,
Pop in a
God.
bucket. Pop in a bun. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's insane.
yeah.
I can't believe
Barney,
that. It's so
Barney
weird.
Do the Duck is one of those. He bought the Five Nights at Freddy's. I always found that interesting that was one of the hottest selling licenses for
interesting.
Funko, and I couldn't give 2 poops about a Five Nights at
No.
Freddy's Funko. No, thank you.
Yep.
It still is. It's like still pretty hot. Like every time
there
Five
is
Nights
a
at Freddy's, it's
huge
still
fan
like
base.
yeah, which is weird. I don't know.
Ages 12 to 12 and a half. Just absolutely owning it.
Just killing it.
Jumps.
Dolls.
Stay in the
Ugh.
box.
I know,
Okay,
right?
so we have to talk about this, right? So anybody who's listening who doesn't collect Funko or you're new to Funko Pops, right? There's this debate, I guess you could say, on what do you call them? Sully is a very firm believer that they should be called Funko. No, I'm kidding.
Do not say
I was gonna
I'm just
say.
kidding.
Do not
No,
say
like-
Funkos. They're not Funkos. That drives me insane. It didn't even say Funko on the front of the box until like the last year. It is Funko Pop or Funko Dorbs or whatever, but it's not Funkos. That is just, it drives me insane.
So me and,
I
me and Steven both call them Funkitos. So
that's okay.
You know,
that's okay. That's just adding a little
That's
flavor
okay.
on it. You know what I mean?
I'll allow that.
Little spice.
Yeah.
Little hot sauce on there.
I think even when I wasn't collecting, Boston was. I don't think I ever called them Funko. I think it was just
No.
Pops. I think because maybe I just heard
it was
you
just
calling them Pops.
because I would call them Pops.
Well, but not only that, but like you said, like literally that was the only thing that was on the box. It just said
Yeah,
Pop.
exactly.
Like,
It's
oh,
right in
these
the
are
front.
Pops. Like, yeah, I
Mhm.
didn't even know the company Funko. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, if you ever meet Sully or honestly any four of us in person, don't ever say Funko. Like ever. Don't call them Funkos. Don't call them Funko dolls.
That's how you lose teeth.
100%. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Jen, you? What do you call them?
I call them Funko Pops or Pops, Funko Soda, you know, Funko or Funko Dorbs or just Dorbs.
Just the
Simple.
Dorbs.
You know what muddied the water? The Funko's cereal.
Yes. If you're going to say Funkos, you better be talking about the cereal.
Oh,
Because that's the only way I'm going to understand.
I used to do that
Delicious.
in the Q&As. People would be like, what Funkos are y'all making next? And I'm like, oh, I don't know what cereal's on the agenda. And they'd be like, what? I did it every time too, just to infuriate people.
I don't know if we're going to make those.
Sometimes I'll be like, the cereal?
Exactly.
Like,
stay strong, Super Jen. Don't give in. Stay
Yeah.
strong. It made
it
cereal
going.
in 3 years. She's going to stick with it.
oh, Lord help me.
The cereals?
The
So,
cereal?
okay. So Funko does make a ton of other products other than just the Pops. So there's the Dorbs. There obviously the Pops. There's the cereals that we've been talking about. There's the soda. They have Hikari, like
Mini
even down
Hikari.
to like even like actual like old school like looking action figures that are actually made by Funko. Like they have a little Funko on it. I think I have a Superman that Sully actually gave to me, and then it's a Funko like little Superman like old school action figure.
Oh yeah, I'm
Were
gonna
there
need that
reaction
back.
figures?
Yeah, I need that one back.
Well, they did the reaction figures at first. It was like a collab type situation when they did the alien stuff, but then Super 7 basically stopped doing that collab, and anything after that was just Funko action figures. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like of all the Funko products, is like your guys' main like collector thing? Is it just the Pops, or do you like actively collect the Dorbs, Hikari, anything else?
I would say majority of it is Pops, but I do have a lot of Dorbs. I'm not as complete as like Brett. But I do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I want to say I'm only missing like maybe a handful of the Disney Dorbs. And then I have some rock candy.
Timing.
Yeah.
I have like 10 blocks, which I think totally need to come back.
Yes.
And then I have a couple of mini Hikaris, but I do have a lot of Funko t-shirts too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then I do have this one like hula girl dashboard dancer thing that I found on Mercari for like $10 that I'll never open.
Oh, still in the box? And that's a
Yeah.
Funko item?
Uh-huh. Old school Funko.
Whoa, that's cool.
I like the TV ones, the ones that came in like the TV box.
Oh yeah, I don't know one
Those
of
are
those.
cool looking.
Oh, the
those are cool
t-shirts?
No.
It was they were like, I think they were wobblers maybe. Were they?
Oh,
It was it looked like a TV set and had multiple figures inside.
Yeah.
And it's like a vintage TV set, like a 1960s, 70s. Was it the
Oh.
Funko Vision?
Funko
Is that what it-
Vision.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
Oh,
There
okay,
you go.
okay.
Yeah, cool.
Those I almost got some when Brian emptied out his office. He gave some stuff to the social team and said, do something with these. But that was when I got the Sully blocks with the proper colors. And I was like, I don't care about anything else. I just have to have that one. I took it, I turned, and I ran before they could stop me.
Nice.
Yeah, I had a little bit of everything over the years. I always liked the fact that Funko tried new product lines. And I kind of looked at them like rookie cards. Like if they started off a new series of something, like when Hikari was announced and they announced, I think 4 or 5 turtles and and several Batman. I bought them all
Mhm.
in that first
Yeah.
wave because I was like, if this ever takes off, this is the OG. And so I have something from pretty much every line Funko's ever made. I have a couple Wobblers. I got a ton of Dorbs, blocks, pretty much everything up until the last few years. I don't have any of the Popsies yet, although I do like them. If they make a Sully, I would definitely buy it. I love the Hikari. Brian and I were just talking about this the other day, and I think the Hikari really could come back under Mondo because they were more of a designer toy, and the packaging was cool, and the colors were cool. We were talking about the one by Steven, the thermal colored Predator, the Heat Vision Predator. That's one of my favorite things ever. And you can pick it up for like $30 on eBay now. It's so cheap. Retail was 40 or 50 when it came out.
Yeah, they were expensive when they came out.
Yeah, like that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that for Mondo to like pick it up and sell the Hikaris through Mondo. That'd be really cool. They can even have like cool versions of their prints like on the back of the box. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be dope. Yeah.
That would be awesome. I think there needs to be a premium Funko product, like a $70, $80 thing, again, as a test to see what the market's like. Like, I honestly think that could be, along with the NFTs, would be awesome as well. Because we're already spending a lot of money on those NFTs for the chance to get like the grails and stuff. What if there was like a super premium one that was even more expensive?
That would be doing a soda in the Halloween set, right?
Yep, there was a soda there, and Scooby.
Yeah, Scooby.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Had the soda too. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Branch out.
I hope so. I mean, I love all the products that come out from Funko. Like I mean, like you said, so I think I have almost a little bit of everything. Like I have the Hikaris, I have soda, the pops, and now the action figures. And like I'm trying to think if there's I don't have the Popsies, but yeah, I like them. But I don't want to get them because they make a lot of the lines that I collect myself. They make horror and then The Office, and I'm like, oh man, if I buy those, I don't have to get all of them. Like, you know what I mean? But they are really cool. I really love the Popsies a lot.
Oh man, I'm reading in the comments ahead. It's time to blow Barney Do the Duck's mind. Look at a couple of his comments. He has no idea. he said they should make a Funko store. Guess what, bud?
Guess what? Are you ready for this?
Jen, tell him. Jen, tell him.
Tell him. Let him know.
About our Funko flagship stores?
Yeah.
The one in Everett, Washington, and Hollywood, California?
That's right.
That's right.
Those.
You just see Barney's mind go,
Dude, just...
Look online, man. There's some great videos of the stores. The one in Everett is like, what, 12,000 square feet, and the one in LA is like 40,000 square feet.
Yeah, the LA one's huge.
The other one's huge.
Gigantor.
Huge, yeah.
You get tired and need a water break walking around in there.
Right? Yeah, it's really cool.
A lot of people get lost in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Honestly, the one in Hollywood is like a little like theme park almost. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these different rooms. They have like the big giant like pops. Like, it is so cool. It's
horror
amazing.
section.
You can go in and look. Even if you don't collect Funko, like go in and check it out. It's so dope.
There was a horror section? I missed a horror section.
That's brand new. They figured, you know what I mean? It's on Hollywood Boulevard.
You weren't there.
No, that's further down.
Horror. No, a true story. When we opened the store up there in Everett, we were talking about on the Funcast, shout out to Boston Shirt, a lot about how cool the store was and all the cool things you could do. People showed up on that first day and they walked in and they're like, "Where's the roller coaster?" Because they legit thought, because we kept saying it's like a theme park. And they legitimately thought there would be rides or something like that inside. We're like, no. What's wrong with you? Listen to all the words we use. We didn't ever say there was a ride. Yeah. But people were like, oh,
damn it. But yeah, seriously, it is. It's really cool. I love going there. Every time we're in the area, like, we always got to swing by. It's Uncle Hollywood. It's dope. I love it.
Yeah. Pop yourself.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then now you can pop yourself online. Did you see that?
You will be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah,
it's on the site. It's like, yeah.
Oh, wait, that's different. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yes, that's another thing. That's another thing.
That's
another thing.
Only flawns.
I don't have it. I don't have it ready. Sorry.
So now that you
Yeah.
guys have been collecting for like so long, are you guys still just kind of buying everything? Have you narrowed down, like, is there certain IPs that you guys only buy, like, if they drop it, you know what I mean? Because we were talking about this last episode too, of how now we're kind of narrowing our collection. It's getting out of control. Clearly, we both have entire walls behind us filled and like multiple rooms. So now, are you guys still going hard in the Funko, like, you know what I mean? Or are you narrowing it down?
Super Jen, do you go hard?
Well, no. Well, I mean, I think with me, it's when you make that investment of getting a storage unit, that's when you know, okay, maybe you need to be more smart with your money. Which didn't happen until this year, but no, now I've had to cut down on my spending. I used to want to complete sets, so that's why I have a lot of Disney. But now I'm just trying to stick with the characters that I like, or anything that is cool looking, like the Iron Giant soda, which was really cool.
That was really cool.
You know, anything nostalgic. I don't want to complete anything anymore because it just takes up a lot of room. And with Funko Soda, I'm okay with just a common, you know. And so I think as you get older and you get more into collecting, you kind of have to figure out, okay, what do you really need it? Do you really need it? But
Can I survive
luckily,
without this?
Yeah,
there
exactly.
is but what's great about our community is that there are a lot of fanatics that like gift you stuff out of the blue, you know. And so even though I've cut back, my collection just keeps growing because all of a sudden I'll be home and get a package and I'm like, what is this? I didn't order anything, and it'll be from a fanatic, and I'm just like, what the heck? So
That's cool.
Yeah, even though I try not to spend. For some reason, it just keeps growing.
The collection keeps getting
For some
bigger.
reason.
Won't stop.
For some reason, more come.
I keep getting rid of stuff, and it just keeps coming.
Yeah, it's for me, I started off strong in those early days because I had the space for it. And then I filled up that house and then moved up here to Washington to work for Funko, and I got a bigger place and I filled that one up. And finally had to say, you know what, I gotta slow down a little bit. Even right into COVID, I was still buying pretty heavily, but then started to slow down a little bit, and I'm more focused on, I'm a sticker whore. So anything of the exclusives, if it's got a sticker, especially a sticker with a number under 2,000 or under 2,500, that's a must-have. Anything Sully related, I'm gonna buy. A lot of the Marvel and Star Wars stuff I'm still interested in, but it wasn't until last January when Funko announced the NFTs, and then they started coming out. I just switched gears. I hardly buy any physical pops anymore because I like the instant gratification of getting those, like pulling a grail or a legendary or putting together a royalty set. It kind of reminds me of the old days of getting in the car and driving I had that run of Walgreens, Targets, Walgreens, Mall with a Hot Topic, Walgreens, and a lot of disappointment built into that circle. And then come, especially at Walgreens, because you can never find crap there. And then get home, and you might have something. Now I can sit in front of my computer and buy the packs and crack them and talk to people about it. And that kind of brought me back to what it was like to be a fanatic 8-9 years ago. Ironically, because a lot of the fanatics from that era hate the idea of the NFTs and are not into it at all. But that's kind of the vibes it gives me. And I love I have them behind me. The boxes are so beautiful on them. I love the cool molds and the unique things they're doing, and I want to see that evolve. But that's where I'm spending my time. It's just, to me, it's just easier than it was to go buy all these physical things and try to ship them home or get them home and care for them. I could just throw a pop protector on these. It's really easy, but God knows with them doing a release every 2 weeks, I may change my tune. I may have to sit one of these out.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Going into that, what is the grail that you have right now that you're like in love with?
Oh, like one of the ones I actually got from the NFTs? I think my favorite is probably either the Halloween or the Iron Maiden. that I've received
Ooh.
so far, because I don't have grails from every set. Contrary to popular belief that I'm getting loaded packs from Funko, which I am not. I've gotten a few grails, and I just think those are the coolest because I pulled them out of the pack, or a friend hooked me up with them, and they're just great molds, and they're a lot of fun, and they're super limited. And God forbid they ever do Marvel or Disney or Pixar, and I say that sarcastically because I would go in wholeheartedly, and that would become my favorite. I guess my favorite grail is always the next one. That's the answer.
Yeah, right.
What's the
Whichever
next one I pull
one's
out of the
next.
pack?
Yeah. For sure. Like the Iron Maiden ones are so cool. I love those ones.
Yeah.
All of them, honestly. The legendaries, the Grail, all of those. Those are
Yeah.
so they
Freddy?
did such a good job. Yeah.
So
Those
cool.
are so cool. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Halloween Grail and the Halloween Freddy are obviously my favorite. Like
Yeah.
for sure.
Imagine if they do like a whole horror series.
I don't want to. I want it, but I can't. I can't even think about that right now.
Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm kind of pushing for Universal Monsters one.
Oh, that would be
Ooh, that'd be
Yes,
cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Imagine those kind of in that old black and white
Mhm.
metallic look, like Jim and I had those
Yeah.
sets way back when.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what I'm
Or a
talking about.
Blacklight? They haven't done Blacklight, have they?
The
there
Star
have been,
Trek ones.
Yeah.
They did the
were
Frankenstein
Blacklight.
one.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
for
you mean
Universal
Blacklight
Monsters.
horror?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Just
That would be
recently.
cool.
Yeah.
For
That'd
the
be really
Universal
cool.
Monsters, I think they only did
Just
Frankenstein,
Frankenstein,
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, if they did like a whole like horror line, I would. Yeah, I wouldn't. I couldn't. Exactly. I would die. Fact.
I would
Can confirm.
die.
Joel,
All
100%.
caps. Let's go.
Just thinking about it, I'm dead.
Yeah, if they
I
do
know.
Star Wars, that's kind of
We all say that, but there's never going to be a time where it's convenient for us unless we just won the lottery. We just
Yeah.
do it so we can go.
It'll
I
never
just-
be
I-
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want them to do some. I want them to do Star Wars or Disney or Pixar or one of those or Marvel, just so that the whole rest of the world goes, "Oh, snap! This is real. Like we've got to start collecting
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
The more competition, the better for my value. Let's go."
That's
Yeah.
true, right? Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, because it is weird that it hasn't. I mean, obviously, it's still super popular. Like the drops, like are super hot. They sell out. I mean, the
sell
smaller
out, yeah.
drops sell out like within you know what I mean, like 20 minutes tops. Everything's sold out. But there's still like a lot of pushback from that. You know what I mean? There's still a lot of people who are like, no, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it because I mean the molds are great. The pops are awesome. Like it's cool and like you said, honestly, it is. It's fun. It's fun to open those packs. Like I don't know. It's just a good time. Like it's Funko. It's fun. Yeah.
It's in the name of the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Shout
It's
out
in
to
the
Ashley
name.
and Hillary.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't understand the pushback for it. I mean, if it's not your thing, then that's cool. But then I also think that there's a lot of pushback because people that put money in want a physical item for it. So I don't know.
That you're right. That is it. But we live in this era where people just can't keep their damn mouth shut. Like if they don't like something, they can't just not like it. They have to tell you why it's the worst thing in the world, and everyone who collects it should die. Like, would you calm down? Like, look, I'm over here playing with my
Everyone should
NFTs.
die.
You go over there and play with your pops, and you can stay away from me. We don't have to even cross paths. You just shut up and stay
Exactly.
over there. We'll be fine.
You have to die. How dare you like that?
I mean, that's basically what it is. Just go on Twitter and look at the comments.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure. I mean, okay,
Wow.
so I mean, there's a ton of people out there, obviously, who don't like the whole Funko NFT thing. Is there anything from Funko that you guys don't like? You know what I mean? Is there something that they've come out with? Is there like a line maybe that you're like, oh, I don't like that they're doing that with this? You know what I mean?
I'll go first. Dorbs.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Don't
I never
like
liked
Dorbs?
Yeah, no, I never liked Dorbs. I
Why?
got like two Dorbs because here's the reason. Ready?
Do their
When
smiles
you get a
freak you
door-
out?
Are you afraid
you-
of them? Is that what it is?
when you get a Dorbs proto, what the hell is it?
It's
Couple
a
balls.
couple balls, yeah.
Exactly.
couple
Sack.
blobs.
I don't know. It's just Pops always had the mold, and the detail and all this, and then they came out with Dorbs, and it's like, okay, you're going backwards into like plainness. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Too
guess
simple?
it's all in
To
the paint,
you?
really. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
to
Hey,
you.
that's what I'm saying. This is what I didn't like.
I
This is
never
something I didn't like.
collected Dorbs Protos. I mean, I did get a Dorb Proto once, but it was Adventure Time, Prince's Bubblegum, you know?
Mhm.
So, but I mean, I think the reason why I liked Doors was because even though it was the same mold, it was multiple characters. So it was easy to collect a series, and then they were non-expensive. They were only, I
Yeah,
think, like
for sure.
$6.99. So you could collect a lot of them, and then they didn't take up a lot of like space, so you didn't have to keep them in the boxes. And then last but not least, they were kawaii to me. I thought they were super cute.
They are, yeah, they are.
And then the extra large ones came out, and those are dope. Like the Rocket and the Groot one was cool. And then they came out with the Captain America huge ones that you could. It's just endless. So
I didn't
don't
hate
know.
on the Dorbs. I thought the art was starting to evolve on those pretty good towards the end. Like if you look at the Hela one from Thor Ragnarok, that's awesome. Her big that goes coming off of the head. And I expected to see the art evolve even more. But to your point, Watson, they were pretty singularly formed. There was one look, that maybe everybody didn't like. I appreciated that the boxes were a little more consistent until we got those bigger ones or the 4-packs or whatever. Like they stacked nicely, but I hated to crap on any of the lines made because the artists, no matter what, worked on them. There were some artists that poured their heart and soul into that to make a cool product that they really like. So we would get that at like the panels and stuff like, what's the worst pop ever made? There'd be some kid that would ask and be like, don't do that. That's not cool. Let's not poop on an artist.
It's like, it's not something I hated. It's just something I didn't like. I didn't like that line, so I just didn't.
Fair.
I didn't
And you
hate
didn't
the
tell
art.
anyone to die. You know.
No, I didn't tell anyone to die. I kept it to myself and didn't collect any.
I mean,
that's what you do.
When I started collecting, like the Dorbs were already done, like they were already out, and I remember seeing it at one time. I was like, "Oh, what is this?" And then Boston slapped it out of my hand, and we just left the store. I was like, "Oh,
corn out of my face!"
Let's go then, I guess. But yeah, so I never got into Dorbs really, like you know what I mean. So like, yeah, I don't hate them, but I'm not like super into them either. But there are some people out there who are like super into Dorbs, like that's their shit, you know.
I think the only line I didn't care for right out of the bat was those newer. I think Jungle Bride just talked about those dioramas for like Friends and Seinfeld and stuff. Like I think they're kind of cutesy, but I instantly were like, nah, I'm not ever going to get any of those. Now watch though, if they made a Pixar one with Sully, I would be like, I'll have to have them all.
Yeah, Scream Factory.
Oh yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Writing, cool. Make Monsters Inc. Ride diorama.
Diorama. Scream Factory.
And got it.
If you're hoping I'll do with that like I did with PPK, you can forget it. I single-handedly pushed PPK to another level.
Those were cool. Those are my favorite.
Those
I like
ended
those.
too fast.
Yeah.
If anything, I don't hate on any products that came out, but I just wish that they lasted longer.
Yeah,
still getting them.
Yeah, I put those on my Christmas tree.
Or not those pint-sized heroes. I wish those lasted.
Pint-sized heroes. Yeah, those are just mini Dorbs.
Well, some of them had more detail than the Dorbs.
Yeah, no.
You know.
See, yeah, exactly. But like at least those had like a their own mold to where like they had like something on their body. Where's the Anyway, they had little arms and they had the horns and they had the helmets and but Dorbs,
there was none of that.
I have some with stuff on there. They just
there's things.
There's things. If they had headgear and hair, they had them. They just didn't have arms.
One of my favorite memories from working at Funko was we would go down to the store regularly, and while the pint-sized heroes were out that had the Sully, I could walk down there, and while we were talking, go through all the bags, just squeezing them, and I knew exactly what Sully one was, and I'd put those aside, buy them, and then go upstairs and open them, and I had an army on my desk of Sully pint-sized heroes. You couldn't buy one in the store because I wasn't going to let it get through.
I remember I used to go to the Toys R Us when they were here. And
R.I.P.
I would go to the Funko. I would go to the Funko section, and I would see like 5 different Pint-Sized Heroes boxes because they were all different licenses, and I would
Yeah.
go in and each bag was open because people were trying to find whatever it is they were looking for.
Mm-hmm. They'd all feel them.
Cheaters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the guys from Diz Pops and Funko Finders. Probably.
I guess you couldn't weigh those.
They hate fun. So.
Yeah. Right.
They just don't like fun.
Yeah, but the only pint-sized heroes I got were the Nightmare Before Christmas ones, and that's because
Mhm.
Asami was super big on Nightmare Before Christmas, and she would sing it all the time. So I bought them for her so she could just play with them.
Sure.
Sure.
Do
Sure.
you see them
Just
anywhere?
off screen. Yeah. Like,
And where are they now?
You see
to his
Bob
left, it's just
doing
a
this.
ton of them. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, shh, they won't see you. They don't see you.
Jack Skellington comes dancing in on it.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So we were talking about this a little earlier about like what we would like to see with Funko. Like obviously we'd like to see like a more premium figure. Is there anything else that you guys like, maybe a specific line of pops, or is it just like a higher end like figure that you would like for them to come out with? What do you want Funko to like to produce next that's gonna like keep you like in it?
I think
Don't leak anything, Jen.
I
Damn
know,
it.
right?
Totally, that's the whole point of this question, was to try to get Jen to drop something.
I'm gonna wait till she comes on my show, and then I'm gonna get her to leak.
There you go. Perfect.
I mean, if we're just talking about like our personal fandoms, like I want them to continue making those, but continue doing different molds of them, not just seeing the same molds over and over. I would love to see our music. I don't want to say section, but I just want to see growth in that. I want to see growth in the music. And then, I mean, obviously, I definitely think we need to get more video game product. So, because I would love to have the opportunity to stream under Funko and with video games that we have product for, and kind of build the gaming community around our products. So, but yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
It's tricky to say. Like, I would love to see more different types of figures, but it's really hard to be successful. I mean, Soda is probably the only one that broke out and did really, really well after Pop, because everybody was just like, it's Pop or nothing. And then luckily Soda brought around some of the fun of the hunt of the chase, and the artwork was pretty cool, and those cans were awesome. I'd love to see him take more, do more experiments like that to see what works and what doesn't. And I'm with Jen. I love the different molds. Like, I don't care if you go to the same character for the 400th time, but make the art something that's really, really unique. And I've seen a lot of that. The artists have been killing it the last few years and making some really detailed stuff that I just, like, when we would do Toy Fair, I would see the anime section as it grew over the last few years I was there, and I'd be like, holy crap, like, that's a Pop? How do they do that? Like, I would buy them just because the art was cool. I didn't really care about the anime necessarily, but to see all these things shooting off of it, and the hair's 10 feet tall, and like, how the hell do you fit that in a little box? Like, it's not a
right?
How did that happen? I love stuff like that. I'd love to see them go back and hit some of the licenses that haven't been hit as regularly. Like, I'd love to see more Supernatural and see that world expand, and more Doctor Who, and more Firefly, and some of the ones that kind of got glazed over back in the superhero pose days that just didn't get as much love, I think would be really cool. But somebody said it in the chat too. I'd have to steal this: quality over quantity. Like, I think really, really make the art great. And I haven't seen anything that I would consider quote unquote lazy, except for maybe some of the like chrome variant stuff that just got done to death there for a while. I don't think that was a bad thing. I think Funko had to test the waters to find out what worked and what didn't. And I think they got their hands slapped pretty quick when you got a 4-pack of the Flashes in ornament colors, and you still have 6,000 of them on the shelves at Funko HQ. You know, you find out real quick. But more with the NFTs too. Like, I think the NFT deliverables should be an ultra premium product. I would love to see them come in the very coolest art and in pop stackers, and I don't know, just an entire experience that makes people want not be able to avoid it. That they're like, well, I have to learn this NFT thing because that's too cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, like, I think like what you said is just like different molds, even if it's like older pops or pops that they have like a ton of, but if it's like different really cool molds, that always catches my attention. Like you said, like you have like these really like, especially the anime characters, you know what I mean, have like these really cool poses and molds and there's stuff going on, and it's like it's still just like this little pop, and like that always catches my attention, always, like so good.
Yeah, Jen,
Sorry,
can you
so
take this one back up to,
Yep.
to Brian and Andrew?
Yeah, tell your
Take
what is it? Your
all the
grandpa?
artist series out of the shelves at
Hello,
Target
fancy pants.
and use those pop stackers. Fancy pants, fancy jeans, fancy jeans. Yeah, I would love to see that change.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
for sure.
I can tell you that the NFT team does know about that. So
Oh, we got a little leak.
no, I'm
Interesting.
not confirming anything. I'm just saying they see it in
Clipping?
Discord
Twitter?
and they are aware what you guys are
I'm
suggesting.
logging into my Funko Finders account. Here we go.
Hey!
Let me tweet.
Wow.
He's gonna
I
punch
am
you
not
from watching
confirming
it right now.
anything, you guys. I'm just
I'm kidding,
saying
I'm
that
kidding.
they
It's a
read
joke,
your
it's a joke.
comments and suggestions
worries.
and they are aware. That way nobody thinks that Funko doesn't listen. So
Yeah, I always hated that. Yeah, Funko definitely does. It just
Yeah.
takes time to adapt and change. The thing doesn't happen
Mhm.
overnight.
Yeah,
For
I
real.
think that's like
I
a big thing about like the hate that I never understand. You know what I mean? Or like
Me
how
either.
people are so like just need to hate on it for some reason. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. Like, give it some time. If it's been like a really long time and you're like still not seeing changes, then you know what I mean. There's avenues to where you can come like bring it up to people. You know what I mean in Funko, but like. They're not
I
gonna be
mean-
like, oh, this dude said it. Let's do it right now. Like, let's have
Yeah.
it done tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is a.
That's why they have a
that doesn't make
Q&A.
sense.
They have a Q&A often now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And I mean, in those Q&As, they throw in One Piece all the time. And look at this. Look at this.
Look at it.
Look at this. Okay?
People
or that
make-
NYCC exclusive that everybody
Yeah. I'm gonna have to.
You know?
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
either fly over there for that day or something. 'Cause-
worth it.
Fly in,
Yeah,
grab it, fly out.
All those squeaky wheels that are complaining are people who've never worked a real job. They've never
Yeah.
worked in any kind of
Yeah.
environment to realize that change takes time. I think somebody else made the comment just now about the NFTs. They were able to quickly adapt from DC to Looney Tunes. I don't know if Looney Tunes was originally supposed to be 15,000 of each pack, but they could have made that change in 48 hours. Can't do
true.
that with
Yeah.
physical product.
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
another reason to get on the NFT game. Like those changes can happen, like within
Mhm.
a day, hours. Like oh, let's change it, let's fix it. Like yeah, for sure.
Or maybe that was the plan all along and they just got lucky. But hey, whatever.
They lucked out on that one.
Take it. Say you did it. No one will know different. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
you just see credit, please.
Credit, please. Tanner.
What was the last question?
yeah. What were we talking about?
No idea. That's the
I
sign
don't
of a
know.
good conversation.
exactly.
We just got off on a tangent and
Sidetrack.
somehow
Yep.
we're here. We're back.
Jen, what's your grail right now, Jen?
Ooh.
Oh, my grill has changed. It used to be the very first pop that I got, but since I dropped $750 on it, my grill is the 4-pack, or well, it's not even a 4-pack. It's the 4 Disney Parks Haunted Mansion ghosts.
Oh
There's-
yeah.
But 2 of them are error boxes.
Oh,
those are my girls.
But aren't
That's cool.
they never corrected the box, right? So all of them are errors, right?
No, they did.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, check
So
yours,
some-
Sully. Check yours.
Some are accurate and some are the error. It's
Are we
only
talking-
Phineas and Gus.
Are we talking about the SDCC ones? Or...
No. The Disney
Okay.
Parks. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotta
Okay.
look back. I have both sets, but I don't remember when I got them. So.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Sully, what is your like grail in your
Jeez.
collection?
I still to this day regret passing up. We all have those moments, but missing on Gold Loki, Hollow Darth Maul and like Flock Chewbacca were like at the
Oh,
top of
Hollow
my list.
Maul.
I could have bought them all for under $100 back when I first started collecting, but I was looking at them, $80, $80. Like I was like, no, I can't do that. And now they're all worth like Hollow Maul is like a $6,000 pop now or something crazy like that. Man, if only I'd pulled the trigger.
Right.
But I think Gold Loki would probably be at the top of my list, and it's not even because like I'm the biggest Loki fan in the world. It was just one of those things that when I first started collecting, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna add that to the collection, and now it's like, well, unless I sell the rest of my collection, I don't think I'm going to own that one. We'll see what happens.
That'll then be the only thing in your collection is
Yeah.
that one.
My collection of Gold Loki.
That's how I feel about Flocked Lotso.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yoko had that.
I slept on that one. I was like, oh no one's gonna get it.
Steven, what's yours?
Mine, there's a couple. So like again, being relatively new to like Funko Pops, when I started getting into it, and like especially now that I'm starting to collect horror pops, I'm like, oh, there's a really cool one, and I think it would be the Jason Unmasked SDCC one. And I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, when I was like looking into it, I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, where can I gotta buy this off like somebody. And then I looked at the price and I was like, oh, I guess that'll just never be around in my collection then. Like, yeah, but I think that one, and then I think another one that's isn't too crazy, but it's definitely the Ghostface pop is another one that I'm like, I need that in my collection.
Oh, and that one goes up all the time now.
Yeah, constantly. Every time I check, because I always check on it. Like I'm always seeing maybe, but like it's just like always growing. And then now with like new movies and stuff. Yeah.
Imagine if that had been a glow in the dark chase or exclusive back in the day from like a con. That'd be a $10,000 pop.
Fire. Ooh, man, that'd be so good. Ooh, damn.
I kind of wish we did make another Ghostface pop, but
I bet it happens.
It's just the one.
I know it's just
killing me.
Even the pocket, the PPK is like $35.
Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little pocket
You're
one.
welcome.
Thanks,
100% $35 because of Sully.
Oh, a soda, yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
You know what? I bet
the
they would
Midnight
do a soda before.
suggestion.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. What about you, Boston? What's your grail?
Mine is actually right here.
Oh, you have it already.
It's my Spider-Man Stan Lee signed LA Comic-Con Unmasked. It used to be the oh, that's cool.
PPK.
You have my shipping address. This is yeah. So this is mine right now. It used to be the Japanese Spider-Man. I wanted that one.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
That's a great one.
But ever since I got this one, I was like, I'll just keep this one. This is it. This is it. Stan Lee signed, y'all.
This is it. So is there anything that's not in your collection then that you're like, I kind of really want that?
It used to be the Jekyll and Hyde 2-pack.
Yeah.
But I also have that. It's up there.
Oh, nice.
So this man has everything.
He has it all.
He
He has everything. He's done collecting.
I got what I want.
I want it. I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
What about a pop Boston that's never been made that would be an insta buy for?
Outcast 2-pack.
Outcast. Oh,
yeah.
nice. Andre 3000. Let's go.
Yep. Outcast
Ooh,
2-pack
really
or
cool.
a Gorillas 4-pack.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, but it has to be a 4-up. It has to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
the
yeah,
album.
yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, that would be cool. Well,
It's
like what Jen was saying.
I
How, like,
work there or something.
it's like you know the product. It's weird. What the?
Oh,
I mean, yeah, that's like what
I've
Jen
been
was saying
asking
about
for a
expanding the
Gorillas.
music line. Yeah.
I've been
Gorillas?
asking for
Yeah,
Gorillas
that'd be
for a
cool.
while.
Get Fancy Pants on the phone and we'll make it happen. Christian.
Yes, I'm so glad that's catching on. Sully, thank you so much for bringing
Blame it
that
on me.
to everyone's attention.
Blame it on me.
Is your name Jason?
It was Fancy
Because he got
Jeans. I think if
everything.
you check the tape, but whatever. Okay.
Okay, so to kind of wrap this up, so now that we're all super into Funko, a lot of times we'll go or won't go to cons because Funko won't be there, right? A good example of this is just this last ECC. A lot of people were like, oh, well, Funko's not going to actually be the con. I'm going to pass up on the con or whatever, you know what I mean? So, like, I guess, why do you think that is? And what is it about Funko that makes you feel that way? Like, why is Funko like so important to you that you would feel like that's such a big decision for me to go or not go? You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's, for me personally, I think it's more finances that are going to determine if I'm going to go or not to a convention. However, if Funko is there, it's exciting because you get to see people or your friends that you don't see every day. And it's like that one hub where we're all going to be together, whether it's for 1 day or 3-4 days. So it's not necessarily about Funko, but it's more about the people that you met because of Funko.
For sure.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, that was deep.
But it's true, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, before working at Funko, if Funko was going to be at a con, that was the kind of presence that changed the entire feel of the con. Their booth, as they got the bigger booths, became this like tentpole thing that makes or breaks a con. You got the exclusives that are hard to come by. You want the experience of going to the booth. For a lot of people, it's their only connection to actually, it makes it more tangible. To go to the booth and to get to talk to, an Ashley or a Jen or somebody that works for the company, and it makes it feel a lot more real and you feel connected to it. I always said when I was there that Funko should be, and somebody asked us earlier, that Funko should be at more cons. They don't have to have the giant booth. I thought it would be really cool just to take like one of the like ice cream truck, like Freddy's truck to other cons and have like Funko Shop exclusives or something there, because I know a lot of fans in places like Ohio and Texas or anywhere in the mid US didn't have a chance or couldn't afford to go to California or New York, and they still wanted that connection to the company. And I always thought that would have been a really cool way to connect with the fans. Funko didn't feel the same way, but that doesn't mean that things won't change and they won't do that in the future. It's a lot of work to do a con, like unbelievable amount. And many of the employees, I know Jen didn't have to speak to this, but you're working your own hours. You don't get paid extra for that, but you go anyway because that's part of the success of the company. And we worked a lot of very long 16, 17-hour days when I was there, and I loved it. No matter how tired I was, it was always so much fun to connect with everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure. What about you, Boston?
For me, it's a whole experience, man. Like going and getting up early for the booth, hanging out, making new friends in line, to talking to the friends you've already had and meeting up there, to going to get dinner afterwards with the employees, to like, fun days that there's a whole party or Sully will have a meetup somewhere, or, it's just a whole experience, Yeah. And if Funko's not there, then
a lot of those people aren't. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of touched on this last time, is like, at the end of the day, like, these are all just toys, you know what I mean? And so like our connection to them are kind of more.
She died. Someone sends in
toys, collectibles.
Like, you know what I mean? But like, I mean, at the baseline, they're just like, you know what I mean? It's like plastic. It's like pieces of plastic behind us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That we like, but what keeps us coming back, what keeps us collecting, what keeps us passionate and like into it are like the people that do it. You know what I mean? Like the people like Jen and Ashley and everybody behind the scenes at Funko, and then the community themselves that buy and collect. You know what I mean? It's like you guys said, like, I mean, all these people that I've met just from like starting to collect Funko is just like, amazing. And like all these amazing people to get to hang out with. And like, it really is just like that community of collectors and like having fun and friends and like being in line at Funko. And then, I mean, if Funko's not there, then, the community's not there. So it's like, oh, well, I'll wait, until I can go to hang out with all my friends again. Like,
Funko's the glue, the nerd glue.
100%. Yep. Yeah.
Nerd glue.
I'm so upset I'm going to miss it this year too. God dang it. I wanted to get Friday night looks so cool.
I
yeah,
know.
me too.
Can you still go as a fan, Jim? Just
I
go.
could, but it's expensive.
Worth it.
Could, but that's a lot of money. I know.
No. There's always next year.
That's what we said before COVID.
That's
okay.
true.
I mean,
Dad.
no, I mean, I'm bummed I'm not going to be there, especially for Fright Night. But I mean, I've been to every convention. I've worked every convention that was here in SoCal. So, and Peyton and Sandra hasn't even worked a con yet, so it's better for them to go. And someone's got to do the computer work.
Someone's got to hold down the fort.
Someone's got to hold down the fort.
Right? Faux show. Yeah.
I'll just be living vicariously through everybody's posts and videos and IG stories.
Same. Crying to myself very loudly. I was going to say quietly, but it's going to be very loudly. Yeah.
We'll just stream. We'll just stream together.
We'll
just crying out in the yard.
Yeah.
Not even in the shower. Just go run out into the yard and be like, ah!
The FOMO stream.
So cool.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
FOMO stream.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, yeah, unless you guys have anything else to add or anything else you wanted to bring up, talk about
Well, your
Funko.
stuffs.
Yeah, Super Jen.
What?
Your
What?
stuffs. What do you do?
Yeah,
What do you
Jen,
think?
if
What's going on?
people want more Super Jen, when, where, how
Oh.
can we get more Super Jen?
You can watch my Fortnite streams on twitch.tv/superjen, super with 3_Jen.
She's live at literally every hour of the day.
That is not true.
Maybe
I am
1 hour
live
off for
every
sleep.
night of the day. And then if you want to follow my Instagram and Twitter, same name. That's it.
The Super Jen. Yeah. And then Sully, if we wanted more Sully, because who doesn't want more Sully? Where
I can name a few people.
Wait, you
I'm-
guys, we need to get
Well,
1,500 viewers for Sully, so we get a bikini hot tub stream.
Yeah, I've gone on record. If
Oh.
I can get 1,500 live viewers at any one point on Twitch, I will wear a bikini and a hot tub.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm
I'm
putting it out there because you
manifesting.
never know. Manifesting.
That is now my entire life's goal is to get you to 1,500
Yeah,
viewers now.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Say
I
less,
like
man.
this idea.
Yeah.
You can catch me on Twitch or Twitter or Instagram. Definitely not Discord. Definitely not Lava Monster. I am CSSully on all those. Please come on over and follow. I'm also trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. Most people do
the
that by
old
producing content. I haven't made anything since last winter. But I still would like to get to 1,000 followers so I can start live streaming a little bit of my Twitch content over there as well. And I'm like 60 something people shy. So if anybody's on TikTok or you can dust off the old username and password, I am at ChrisSully. Yeah, I do have a different first name at ChrisSully on TikTok.
What if we
You're under a
just
different
flip you saying, if I get to 1,500 viewers, I'm pretty sure you'll get more than 60 followers for that.
We want really good viewers. I don't want to bring in. There's a certain group. I won't name names because I don't know who this group is. That's why. Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of gonna do it for us. But anybody in the chat, if you guys have questions for Super Jen, for Funko, or about Funko, to Sully, anything, like now's your chance. They're right here. They're these two amazing, famous people
Never
are
Lava
here.
Monster.
I'm not
You heard it.
famous, only Sully.
Also
are
not
guys.
famous.
That's why
Yeah,
you can't
this
even
is
see
why.
my face. I'm a ninja. I'm the Funko Ninja. You don't see me.
The Funko Ninja.
I like that. You should change your name to Funko Ninja. I really
Yeah.
like that.
That's really cool.
No, I can
Very
see
intimidating.
a C&D coming my way.
Internally. Pincho!
I knew someone would read it.
I had to.
You can't see that and not read it like that. You
Exactly.
can't just be like,
my-
"Oh, pinchos."
It makes my soul smile to say it that way.
It does. It just makes me happy. And like when you're streaming, Boston, like the little sound, like I love it so much. Just to
I
hear,
know.
even
I
if
know,
I'm
it
like
is-
just lurking, I'll jump into the stream,
Yeah.
redeem it, and then just keep doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It
I'll be
does
playing in
make
the
me
middle of-
laugh every time I hear
We'll be
it.
playing Fortnite or something. I hear it and I'm like, Pinchos! Oh, God.
Oh,
Jen, there's a question for you. Favorite new thing from Funko that you can't talk about yet?
Nice try, buddy.
What? Yeah, right?
Close. It was close. That was a good try. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
I expected her to start talking and then just back out of the StreamYard.
Yeah, and then just like
She drops the mic.
So
I could have
close.
been
You almost
like,
had her. You
oh,
almost had
it's
her for sure.
that. Oh, never mind. I can't say it.
yeah. Oh, it's that
How
one.
about kinda? How about kinda talk about?
I'm
You
not
know,
bringing
it's that new thing. That new thing.
I didn't sign an NDA. Anybody got questions for me? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
When's the
Sully-
next
I
NFT
No,
drop?
with Jen on here, I wouldn't want to say anything that would put her at risk. So I'll wait till another podcast. What are you guys doing next Monday
Who
night?
drop? When's your next Who drop, Sully?
Actually tomorrow. I'm going to be working on some art tonight. If you come by my stream tomorrow for the Funko drop, ironically, there's the Looney Tunes drop tomorrow. You'll be able to sign up to get a free NFT of Hoot. I will not tell you what it is yet. You'll have to come by the stream, but you got to come to the stream and fill out that form during the window of time that I have, and you can get a free NFT of Hoot doing something for free.
Hoot doing
Jaws.
something. I like that. I like Hoot doing
Chrome
things.
Hoot.
What is there a Pinto suit?
A Pinto's Hoot? Yeah.
Chuck Laird.
Chuck Laird. I hate that so much.
I do too. That's why I said it.
Stop it.
Targaryen Puma asks, "What is everyone's dream cosplay costume?"
Ooh, good question.
Ooh.
Wait,
Steven?
is it a dream cosplay that I'll wear or that I have someone else wear?
Oh, that's
whoa.
another good question.
Ooh, that's very spicy. Both? So I know what to show
Whoa.
up to your house to next time we hang out. Like-
Anna Mia lives way closer.
Oh, either way. Either way.
Either
you
I've
or-
never really cosplayed myself. Have you, Jen?
I mean, I've Disney bound before. I mean, does wearing a
Oh.
costume count? In Funko
Like-
Hollywood, we used to have Anime Day or Anime whatever, and I dressed up as Ochako.
Oh, cool. You have pictures
Oh,
of
that's
that?
cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Oh,
Not the school uniform, not the
No, the
battle
actual
uniform,
like
yeah.
hero costume, right?
That'd probably get you a few hundred
But-
followers.
No, so, I don't care about that. I've always wanted to cosplay Chun-Li, but because I am not skinny and tall, it would never look good on me. So that's one cosplay I wish I could
Chun-Li.
Mm.
Weird.
Yeah.
Same. I've always wanted to cosplay as
do.
Chun-Li.
You know, you do have
I
the
think we
height
need
for
to,
it.
we need
You
to
have the height for
tag
it.
team on this.
I've never really cosplayed. I guess the closest I've come is my hat. I look like Big Yellow from the Kellogg stuff. Big Orange. Big Orange.
Grow out your mustache and then have it connect.
I know who you
to your
can
hair, and then you could
cosplay
be,
as.
Yosemite Sam.
Who?
The dude from Guardians of the Galaxy, the other Chris.
Pratt as Star-Lord?
No, the other Chris or only
Hemsworth?
Sully.
You meant Hemsworth. Yeah.
Oh,
I know. I see why. But
Yeah, I get it. I see the resemblance.
He's yoked.
yeah, a little bit. Just a slightly yoked. Taserface. Yes, I'll
Taserface.
cosplay
Oh,
as
that's
Chris
what it is.
Sullivan. Yeah.
There you go.
That would be pretty
Chris
perfect. I
Sullivan.
see where you're getting at. Yeah, I do look more like Taserface. Thanks.
No, I was saying you look like Chris Sullivan.
Yeah, no, you're right. I see, yeah, just cosplay as Chris Sullivan, who plays Taserface. I got okay. Now I understand.
Yes.
Where we're going.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
I mean, I could have
Savage got it.
said, what's that sappy show he's on? What is it called?
This
The
is
one
us. I don't
Yes,
watch
I could have said that, but
Uh-huh.
there's
Thank
no
you.
fun in that.
it. Thank you. There's a lot of apparently there's a lot of Chris's in the Guardians franchise though, so you're gonna have to narrow that down for next time we get that question.
You could just do one like up to your shoulder will be Hemsworth, middle will be Sullivan, and the other shoulder will be Pratt. Perfect.
I cosplay as the Chris's from the MCU. I can also be Captain America, and yes,
That
I
would
gotta
be
do this.
great.
Oh yes. Yeah. Sure.
That's impressive.
Who are
I
you
mean-
cosplaying as? All the Chris's.
The Chris's.
What?
I'm Chris Khan.
Yes.
Chris Khan, yes.
Yeah.
When is Chris Khan, Sully?
It's always soon. Always soon.
Oh, hashtag Chris Gunn.
Designer Con, you guys. You heard it first.
I gotta iron out some details with Hardwick about hosting it, but once we get that done, we're good to go.
Oh.
We're set.
Ooh.
My personal
Wiki,
friend.
wiki.
Close, a personal friend.
Steven, what do you want to cosplay as?
Me?
He said,
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
Yeah,
Chun-Li?
100%. Yeah. Who wouldn't? You know what I mean?
I think you
Right?
look good in it. I'm here for it.
Jen, I think you could pull it off. What about you, Boss? I
So
mean, because Boss, you
mine-
cosplayed a couple times before.
Yes, I have.
Mhm.
I have. I made the armor from one of the Monster Hunter games,
Ooh.
and I wore that to Anime Expo.
That was cool.
I also cosplayed as an assassin from Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah.
And I would like to cosplay Namor from this upcoming Black
There it is.
Panther movie.
I
I knew there was
see
I knew
I
there was a
see it.
shirtless something coming up. You
Oh.
look like you're getting
I
awfully
gotta
ripped,
start.
sir.
I gotta start
Uh.
working it. So maybe for
Yo,
SDCC,
diggity.
maybe for SDCC if
Oh,
I'm yoked
alright.
enough.
You guys heard it first. Boston's
That would be super cool,
naked
honestly.
at STCC.
Yeah, because I like his style. I like all the Aztec Mayan stuff he has on. I like that
Mhm.
stuff.
And it's always like 1,000 degrees anywhere near Comic-Con.
Yeah, so
being
if I just like
shirtless is
walking around
legit.
naked and like
He's gonna
Yeah.
be glistening.
legal,
I don't know
Oh
if
my
Namor's
God.
gonna be naked, but I think
could
that's
be
a
like
different
the-
cosplay. You need to
we
watch
haven't
out.
seen the
the
movie yet. We
J-pop.
haven't seen the movie.
The pixelated boxes around the nether regions.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my. Veiny Namor. Yes.
Oh my.
Shout out to Priscilla.
Well, I think that's it. Jen, Sully, thank you guys so much.
Thank
like
you,
I said,
guys.
taking
Thanks
time out
for
of your busy
having
schedules. Thanks for
us.
chilling. Absolutely. Anytime you guys want to
Pleasure.
jump on the podcast, you let us know. You know what I mean? We'll make the podcast about you guys whenever, like anytime.
Oh wow. What an
Oh, wow,
invitation.
so
I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
We're gonna talk about Fortnite. Okay.
Yeah.
Logging into Fortnite. Let's go.
Right. Okay, and I think that'll be it for us. Nerds unite. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, so guys, again, if you missed out, if you came in late, this will get uploaded to our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to watch like it live, kind of. If you don't go to YouTube, or you can also listen to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts, Spotify, Google, Apple, all the stuffs. There's a lot of podcast places you can listen to this at. It'll be up by the latest. Everything will be uploaded and ready to go by Friday at the earliest. Hopefully, maybe Wednesday it'll be up. Everything good to go. Other than that, again, thank you, Sully. Thank you, Jen. Boston, as always, thank you so much for jumping in.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
for hanging
I love
out.
you.
I think that's it from the Barrio Boys podcast. Guys, thank you so much for chilling. Everybody
thank
who's here live, I appreciate it. We appreciate you guys so much. We will catch you guys all in the next one. October 3rd is what we're planning for. Will be the next podcast. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.